Hi, welcome back to the presentation on how to bank real money fast with PLR. We're going to move into the third topic here. The third topic is taking PLR and customizing it to a specific niche. Now, this is a little bit of a different presentation because I actually sat down and talked with one of my existing customers and got her story as to how she was able to actually, in her case, take a $17 investment when we had a first promo going for one of our products and turn it into $357 in sales. And the best part of it all is that she did this in about 24 hours. So I'm going to flip over here to an audio interview that I ran with her, and you can hear exactly how she was able to do this. Popovich here from bestqualityplr.com, and just want to bring you a little interview here today with a new friend of mine, Bridget Y.D. Brooks. Bridget, are you there?
I sure am. Hi, Justin.
Hi, thanks for joining me here. The reason I brought Bridget on is her and I were in contact over email, and she is a buyer of one of our PLR products, the Online Manifesto for Biz. And it's a product that it's a 21-step guide that shows any offline business how to kind of brand themselves online and start finding an audience using the internet. And Bridget and I were exchanging emails, and I found out that in a period of about 24 hours, she took this product and was able to make her money back many, many times over. And I just thought I'd bring her on to share her story. So, Bridget, if you could maybe just give us an overview of how that whole thing rolled out, because I know it happened in about a day for you.
That's correct, Justin. I purchased the product on April 25th, sat down and edited the content to make it a little bit more specific for the audience that I work with, which is professionals, primarily professional resume writers, career coaches, folks who work with individuals who are searching for a job. And I edited the report and sent it out to my list on April 26th. So 24 hours later, I was able to turn it into a monetized product. And I was just pulling my stats up today to take a look at it. And in the first 4 days, the product that I had purchased for $17 as a Warrior Forum offer, I turned into $357 in sales.
Wow, 357 from $17.
Correct.
So good for you. That's a great success story. And the reason I like your story as well is that a lot of people that buy PLR products are, internet marketing based, but the truth of the matter is there are so many niches and sub-niches out there where people can use this kind of content. And your example is great in the sense that it sounds like you were already working on this kind of content, and the $17 was really just saving you time to prevent you from having to write the whole thing, and you just literally took what we had and edited it to make it look like, tailor it to your audience. And to me, that's the win-win here, is that if we can save you time and then you can turn around and monetize it, it's a great situation. I guess before I let you go here, I just wanted to ask you, do you have any tips for people listening if they're hearing your story and maybe they work in a focused category of business like you with resume writers? Maybe they're dealing with who knows, like dog training professionals or something. What could you tell people? What have you learned about tailoring PLR content? Is there any tips you can give to make it easy on people to take a PLR product and really make it look like their own, so that they can sell it with their stamp on it and feel good about it?
Sure. One of the things that I did when I was taking a look at this report is I customized it with even just about dozens that were specific to, again, the audience that I work with. And it wasn't difficult at all. First of all, I just read through the entire PLR report and thought to myself, wow, these are really great tips for them. But I identified when I was reading through it, just, highlighting along the side of the pieces of paper, because I'm very much a print person. I printed it out and just made some notes to myself as I was going along, insert this particular link here. So I gave them some additional resources that were tied to our specific industry, pointing them towards a couple of professional organizations that offer additional online exposure, just things like that aren't necessarily world-changing, but it just helped customize it a little bit further so that when they're reading it, they think, wow, she really gets what's going on in our industry, because those were, like I said, literally a dozen or fewer, just very specific and pointed resources and links that really turn this from a basic product that is applicable for any niche to something that was specifically valuable and targeted for my industry.
Oh, that's great. That's perfect. And have you had any feedback? Have people, have they said that they were able to get value or implement any of the ideas, or is it still too early to tell?
Absolutely, I got value feedback from folks, both immediately from folks who said, "Oh, download this, I can't wait to sit down and read it," to folks who then read through it, and a few days later they'd send me an email and say, "Hey, tell me a little bit more about this," which is informing future products. As you had mentioned, I've been working on this for a while. I was trying to look for kind of an introductory guide for career professionals who are looking to take their resume businesses from offline to online. So I've been pulling together massive amounts of information that I eventually wanted to put into a bigger product, perhaps a teleseminar down the road. So the folks who read the report and are giving me feedback on it, I'm compiling them in a list then that as I'm putting together these future information products, those are going to be the first folks that I get in touch with because I know that they got value out of this report, but they're definitely hungry for more.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Well, I really appreciate you sharing your story. And I'm just, as I hear it, I'm thinking out loud. I mean, you could use this PLR in a number of different ways. You did it to sort of open the door to your sales funnel. It's like your introductory offer, and now you have, an ongoing list of people that you can offer additional content to. And again, PLR could source some of that future content as well as your own stuff if you're doing teleseminars or trainings or whatever. So that's great. I think the information you share here will probably get people really thinking about how they can extend this well beyond the internet marketing niche. That's for sure. So, listen, Bridget, I really appreciate your time. Maybe just for the folks listening, if they want to learn a little bit more about you, where can they read up on you online?
Well, now that I've learned all of the tips that you shared in the report, I'm pretty much everywhere. But you can find me on the Resume Writers Digest website is www.rwdigest.com, and then I'm also on Twitter at rwdigest. Those are probably the two easiest ways to connect with me.
Great. Thanks again for letting us in on the great news, and that is all. We'll let you get going now, but thanks again.
Thanks, Justin.
Okay. Bye-bye.